Bazinga punks, and welcome back with more of Big Bang Theory. This is season 10, episode 9. Last time, Raj met Isabella, and they hit it off a little bit. He was embarrassed by her job, though, and lied about it to his friends, and she found out. That was rough, but she decided to move past it for now. And then Sheldon and Amy made their skin cells into brain cells, and it made Sheldon want to have a baby with Amy. He tried to seduce her in his own very Sheldon way, and it actually almost worked. Amy had to run away and hide from his flamenco. Did that sound like a euphemism? Anyway, full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. Leave a like and let's get started. Bert.
That is unbelievable. Good for Bert.
Damn, the MacArthur Genius Grant.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Everything is stupid and I want to go home.
Oh,
That's
Sheldon.
Sheldon's way of saying he's proud of Bert too.
Yeah, it's not even called the Genius Grant. It's the MacArthur Fellowship. Just like it's not Frankenstein, it's Frankenstein's monster. Which brings us back to that hulking simpleton over there. And if anyone's a genius, it's me, the way I brought that full circle.
Green is not a good shade on you, Sheldon.
$500 million.
Wow.
I
Whoa.
have to use it. Here it comes.
Wait, be polite.
I know how to behave.
Dude, no, you don't.
When they called and told me I won, I didn't believe them. And then they said, no, you really won. And then I said, cool.
Someone called George R.R. Martin. This guy knows how to finish a story.
Gotten pretty good at telling it.
Thought he was
See
genuine.
ya.
Sarcasm meter
Some
also.
genius.
It was the greatest sarcastic quip I've ever heard.
Well, aren't you a peach? Who leaves their bike in the hallway? You know, if I knew how to ride one, I'd steal it.
Ignore him.
Bert is studying the way microbes and rocks can survive in extreme environmental conditions.
They say it could be
Cool.
a potential indicator of life on other planets.
No, I've met Bert. Isn't he an indicator of life on other planets?
Isn't that joke normally made at Sheldon's
He used
expense?
to make those jokes about me.
Yeah. Oh.
Everything's...
If you took the time to read Bert's research, you'd be less bitter about him winning.
You want me to read a geology paper?
Honestly, I just want you to be quiet, but while I was taffy.
There's somebody out here who wants to meet you.
Who is it?
Say hello to everybody's little friend, Remote Control Stephen Hawking!
Huh.
Why would you buy it?
I didn't buy it.
You made
I
it?
made it.
How does he feel about this?
Listen, what is wrong with you? It's in poor taste.
It's not.
Hey, good looking. Want to go for a spin?
Oh boy. Haughty. Oh, he reads fast. Snide of derision. No, it's getting serious. Never mind.
Why?
He says, right?
Why?
He's about to explain it.
Oh, that's why.
Sounds like the night we had coitus.
I
Huh.
hope you're happy making me read this. Bert's work is remarkable, and I'm more upset than ever.
Ooh.
This is worse than when I had to admit that Cedric the Entertainer is actually entertaining.
I don't know who that is.
Sheldon, it's foolish to be angry that Bert's work has merit.
Yeah, well, I am angry.
Yeah, you are
and
foolish.
You telling me not to be angry makes me angry. And do you know how hearing myself say the word angry over and over makes me feel?
Ooh, angry?
What are you doing?
I knew the answer.
She,
I got
yeah,
excited.
she barely knows the answer.
Why don't we...
Raj, I'm gonna
Oh,
show
boy.
you something. Now, one of us thinks it's offensive. The other thinks it's hilarious and a great idea. But I'm not going to tell you who likes it.
Everybody can tell immediately. It's offensive and hilarious.
This is tough. But
Passing judgment.
I'm going to say it's the guy who shows me YouTube videos of people getting hit in the nuts.
I've worked with Hawking. He's got a great sense of humor, and I think he'd like it.
Maybe.
Call him and show him. I dare you.
Oh.
While you're bothering
Fun.
the world's most famous scientist, be sure to show him how funny he looks getting stuck under our dishwasher.
Gentlemen, start your wheelchairs.
You laughed when that guy got hit in the nuts.
Oh, and he closed it down.
I laughed because the guy was Leonard.
That makes it okay, I guess.
I admire you, Leonard.
Really? Why?
You don't get jealous of other people. Instead of being weighed down by ambition, you just float along like a dead body in a river.
Thank you.
I do understand what you're feeling. My brother and sister's accomplishments have always been held over my head.
How did you deal with it?
I wet the bed until college, but I don't think that's a quality fix.
He studies rocks. If rock is so great, how come paper beats it? Leonard, I'm having a primal urge to throw this rock.
Oh boy.
Do it.
Please don't hit someone.
Perhaps I will.
Please don't hit someone. He's gonna wind up hitting Leonard somehow. 2 inches.
What happened?
He went for a
I
walk.
tried to let go of anger and threw a rock into my foot.
Then he got more angry and kicked the rock with his other foot.
What happened to your face?
What happened to you?
Oh, I laughed so hard I burst a blood vessel in my nose.
Oh man.
It's one thing to be envious, but now you're injuring yourself. It has to stop.
I mean, that was.
Although, if you are gonna do it again, please let me know so I can get it on video.
It wasn't a bad idea.
Sheldon, instead of fixating
just
on what
so bad
Bert
at throwing.
has, you've got love, you're in good health, you've got a roof over your head.
You were in good health.
But you've got all those things, and no one's lining up to be you.
Anybody else want to try? I'm gonna go make some more tea and question my life choices.
Good idea.
This
Penny.
is getting old fast, Dolores. Knock it off.
God damn.
Do you really think calling me names is helpful?
I do. Your life is fine, you big baby.
Oh, it was.
Right.
Really?
I just need to keep reminding myself that Bert's success is not my failure.
There you go.
And that men of his large stature are more susceptible to a wide array of life-threatening diseases.
Okay.
I'm conducting a quick survey.
Oh
Do you
God.
think this respectful and loving tribute to a great man is in poor taste?
If you frame it that way, it's clearly gonna skew. I mean, it's still offensive enough that he's gonna get a no. A yes.
Yep.
It's offensive.
Do you think this is in poor taste?
Does it spin around and do tricks?
Yeah!
Then yes.
That is
Amazing.
hilarious. Give me the
This is-
remote control.
this is
I'm
coming
trying
from
to make the
Kripke.
girls' West Room.
All right, we're done. It's offensive.
I kind of want to see Stephen Hawking see it anyway. Is he exaggerating?
Yeah, I realize I don't need to worry about other people. I just need to think more about myself.
More about yourself?
Oh, how will we ever get used to the new you?
Well, I'm glad to see you moving
I would flash this
forward.
all episode long.
I think he might be learning on his own.
Then the robot uprising has begun.
AI! He's AI! Uh-oh. He walks like
Doesn't
C-3PO.
just look like C-3PO.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
looks like him.
I read your research, and your award is well-deserved.
Ever since I won, people think I'm great.
Well, just this once, you can
Just
count
this
Oh,
me
one.
as people too.
Now, as a MacArthur Grant winner, I'm allowed to nominate someone for next year.
Really?
You know, engineers don't get a lot of respect. Is your friend Howard working on anything cool?
Excellent. Excellent.
You'd have to ask him. Excuse me.
He's gonna go.
Huh? Leonard! I hurt myself again.
Excuse me, I have to go take some pictures.
I can't believe you
Oh my
headbutted a
God.
water fountain.
That's what he did?
No, I went to punch the water fountain, slipped in water in front of the water fountain, and hit my head on the water fountain. I'm so disappointed in myself. Jealousy is completely illogical.
Everyone gets jealous. I'm jealous of Leonard and Penny and Howard and Bernadette for being in such happy relationships.
What about me and Sheldon?
You're stuck with Sheldon, so. Yeah, that too.
Sure.
Well, ever since I met Penny, I've been envious of her looks.
Aw, thank you.
That's why I was so happy when you cut your hair off.
What?
Jeez!
You know what I mean?
You liked my short hair, right?
Yeah, I loved it. Love you, love the hair, would love to change the subject.
No, it's just straight up lying.
Seriously? None of you liked it? I thought it was brave. Does that count as liking it?
I liked it shortly after she cut
Talk
it.
about Howard's dopey haircut.
I was just minding my own business. Oh my! Oh
Sorry,
God!
I'm moving slowly.
I don't mind. If you pull a butterscotch out of your pocket, it'll be like I'm walking with my grandma.
That is weird looking plaque.
Plaque? Nobody wants to see this.
Change plaque to mixed race couple, and you are my grandma.
God damn!
Bert, we need to talk.
What happened to you?
Rock, water fountain.
Both feet?
I've been envious of your recent success. I was hoping by admitting my weakness to you, I'd somehow be unburdened.
Is it working?
No, now that you know my weakness, I hate you more than ever. Hang on. You're my enemy. Now, if the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and right now I'm my own worst enemy, that makes you my friend. Okay, I'm good to go.
What? He just logicked himself into being friends with
Now that
him.
we're friends, want to see if we can get tickets to a taping of Ellen? You've got a lot to be happy about. You're at the top of your field. You have a great girlfriend.
Yes, that's right. I have
Don't
an
make fun of him for...
Does it eat you up inside that I have her and you don't?
It used to. But now that I'm rich and successful, I think I can do better.
Ooh, wow.
I can't believe you punched Bert.
He turned around and I gave him a Captain Kirk karate chop. I'm not even sure he knows I did it.
Hello,
Oh, show him the thing.
Professor
Show him the...
Hawking.
I understand
remote control.
you're struggling with professional jealousy.
Thanks, Leonard. Now he's not going to think I'm cool.
I don't know if he ever thought...
Don't worry. I remind myself every scientific advancement is a victory. Also, I was on Star Trek.
Oh, it was a good one. He played poker with Sir Isaac. You don't care.
You don't care.
Thank you, Professor Hawking. You are a gift to mankind. There should be statues of you everywhere.
I always thought a motorized toy of me would be cool.
Well, have I got a story for you?
Wonderful idea. How does this man not have a Nobel?
Do not tell Wallowitz.
Way ahead of you.
No, I wanted to see it.
A new study came out and it
Ellen.
said that laughing makes your brain work better.
Ha,
And I know that's true
ha,
because
ha.
laughing has... Although, on the other hand, babies laugh a lot and they're dumb.
Do people know about
They came together.
Delightful.
And she lost her show because of abusive show running practices, I think. Good for Bert winning that $500,000 grant. That's pretty life-changing. I feel like Sheldon is the only one we've seen actually look down on Bert before, though, which is just like a snap judgment that arises because his field of study is geology. Though I think anybody winning the MacArthur Fellowship over him was always going to make him so green that he starts photosynthesizing. Not a good look on Sheldon. And Amy was upset he was injuring himself because of it, but the throwing of the rock that represents his negative feelings was actually a pretty good idea. Well, it would have been if he had any dexterity or upper body strength. Granted, a rock like that does seem like it'd be pretty heavy, but even I thought he'd be able to throw it like a foot, not like on his foot. It did remind me of the Bluey episode about throwing away your upset and angry, though obviously this came first. It's a pretty bad look on Bert, though, that he lets the money get to his head and he thinks he can do better than Amy after he won the award. Like, he thinks the accomplishment or the money will attract a better mate. I don't know. That feels like he'll find people who are interested in him for reasons other than who he is as a person and a human being. But yeah, Sheldon was upset, and it was kind of hilarious that Penny helped snap him out of it by calling him Dolores and Big Baby. I guess these country folk were raised a certain way and respond a certain way. Thankfully, at the end, though, all it took was a good conversation with Stephen Hawking to give Sheldon some perspective. These awards aren't what's important. Appearing on TV is what's important. Hawking went on about Star Trek and The Simpsons. It's the pinnacle of human achievement. Well, actually, the pinnacle would have been having his own toy on wheels, which Howard actually made at some point in the past. Everybody was like, don't tell Howard, it'll just make him think he can push the boundaries even more and do even more offensive stuff. And yeah, Howard just went around the entire episode trying to convince people that it wasn't offensive. Loved everybody's reaction to that. Everybody was just thinking like, oh yeah, this is a very Howard thing to do. Funny that it took Kripke reacting in a very creepy way before Howard is like, okay, you're right, it's offensive. And I actually don't know how offensive it is, because it was made with love and admiration. I guess some people might be offended if you make a toy of them like that, so you could ask them first, but Howard didn't have contact with Stephen Hawking until much more recently. I assume he built that like years and years ago, probably before the show even started. Side note, I don't know what it is about internet culture and like offensive things. You see the characters in this episode point out that Howard's toy is offensive, but the entire audience understands that they themselves are not offended by it. The characters are not offended. But on the internet, if you point out that something is offensive, a bunch of people will rain down on you and say, wow, you're so triggered, stop being this soft snowflake, even if you aren't personally offended at all. It's kind of wild. And it feels like they're just like vice signaling to, I don't know, feel tough and rebellious. The internet is so bad, you guys. And there was a funny moment in the show acknowledging the backlash to Penny's short hair. Amy made a comment about how she was jealous of Penny's looks, which is why she was so happy when she cut her hair off. Okay, I remember not being a huge fan of it at first. Like, nothing against short hair in general. In fact, most of the people I've dated have worn their hair short. I think it was just that particular hairstyle reminded me of the stereotypical, like, Karen haircut. But hey, if Penny felt good with it, more power to her. I'm sure there are a lot of people who liked it as well. Anyway, closing thoughts. Kind of wish we got to see Stephen Hawking witness the toy version of himself. Pretty sure he'd love it. But all right, that's going to be it for this time, folks. Thanks for watching. Full reactions on Patreon in the link in the description below. We're 4 weeks ahead over there. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time with more. Bye, friends.